I was just thinking to myself before I start this video, self, I feel like I'm not finding as many errors as I used to. And there's a part of me that doesn't think that's true. There's a part of me that thinks that as I've learned about errors, I realize that a lot of the pennies that I'm finding are not errors. And there's probably a lot of pennies in flips that when I go through them again, they're gonna come out of a flip and go into something else, like just my copper. Realizing that, oh, we got an error. Do you see it? Look at that. I just started talking about it and we have an error on our second coin. Now, what I noticed right away was the states. And I was like, oh, look how weak the states are. But then I looked over and I was like, okay, there's something missing there. And the whole of is missing with just this little. Oh, it's a bunch of just little dashes on all of them. Oh, that's so cool. All right, well, that's a new one. Haven't seen that one before. Can use a little cleaning. And how about on the obverse? Anything interesting? That is cool, man. So let me take a picture of this. This might be our thumbnail. I'll take another one zoomed out a little bit. Get a little bit better resolution. Okay. Oh, very nice. That one's worth a few bucks. People like stuff like that. I was just talking about how oh, look at this. Come on. Look at this. And again, I mentioned this in previous episodes. This is most likely a mint error. And I say that because of the close clearance, the tight machining, that you get from, really highly precision stainless steel. And I don't see that coming from, a soda machine. Look at that. And the other one was also, the other one looks like copper from the reverse, right? Look at that. 2 errors. All right. Maybe I'm just a little bit more alert than usual. Nah. Even this one is odd. Look at the rim. It's kind of like silvery. And 2017 P. Not the best condition, but that's probably I'll keep it at that condition though. Excuse me. And I have found a couple VDBs this month. Another 2017 P. Yeah, I'll keep it. No copper yet. Oh, telling you, look at this. I just say something and I find it. What do you think? Clean worthy? Nah, I'll put this. This will be for my dirty copper. I'm not cleaning that. I'm not going through that amount of time. Yeah. So I have. Well, I have five. I have four. I have four copper tubes. No white AM. I have four copper tube. Excuse me. Four penny rolls for copper and one copper tube. Right. So the copper tube is for the cleanest, bestest looking pennies, copper pennies. I put them in tubes and I write MS on the top. And then I have four working. Yeah, I'll show you real quick. Four working penny rolls. All right. So that's the 83. That's zinc. That's for dirty copper. That's for, not dirty, but heavily circulated. That's my AU and that's my BU. Almost uncirculated, brilliant uncirculated. Even though I keep it as brilliant uncirculated, it really is just some of them that are really in between what I call AU and the MS. It's just like even though they might be AU, but I just felt like they were a little bit better, but I didn't want to put them in the tube, Anyway, that's my crazy thought process. So that penny that we found will go into the dirty copper penny roll. So when I sell those at some point in the future, 2024, looking for doubling on the shield, I think, and on the ear. It's just a stain. So when I go to sell them, they're already pretty much 18D. I don't even know if I ever found one of these before. When I go to sell them, they'll be already separated, to a pretty decent degree. So the BUs, they're all, even though it says they're all brown, right? Unless they're a little brown and sometimes they could be very bright, but they have these marks on it, these dark marks. Here's another copper, our second copper of the day. So if they're very bright, but they have a lot of damage or something like that, then I don't want to put them into the MS tube. So then I'll downgrade them. But that'll be the only way one of those pennies will be with the others. Another 2024. I've never seen the never found a 2024 error. Maybe I wasn't looking for it before. That's always possible. So one of the things that YouTube's always changing things. Oh, so okay, I didn't show my statistics today. I didn't show my statistics. And if you're, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm not going to do it forever, obviously. But every day my statistics are going up. But YouTube refuses to put a check mark on it. So if you remember what they are from the day before, yeah, this one here was point was point. No. What was it before? Oh, it was 80. It was 80K. So it went up almost double. Everything is almost doubled in the past few months. This one here has doubled, and even my revenue is up from $80. But every day it's going up, and of course that's all thankful to viewership, subscribers, my members. So YouTube is doing things differently now. Again, probably has a lot to do with politics. Got a lot of 24s in here. It's a nice 2024. Probably the nicest looking penny today. We got a few. We only have one decent copper. And so one of the things that they changed that I found out on the day they changed it, obviously, is that you can enable dubbing now. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, that's incredible. All right, so we're looking for the Flare G. So YouTube has enabled doubling, right? Dubbing. So mine is now, I would have to have someone look at one of my videos in a different language and tell me, what the deal is with it. But to me, dubbing is like those karate movies where they're moving their mouth and other words are coming out. You know what I mean? Your own English is coming out, a different language. So to me, that's what dubbing is. So you don't have to enable doubling, but imagine if I can get everything I'm making is from one country. So imagine if other countries start to find my videos interesting. And I'm talking about, I don't even know how many videos I gotta have. I don't even know how many videos I got. If I had to take a guess, I'd say 6,000. So today was on 300. If I had to take a guess, I would say 6,000. No, 5,200. Okay. And how many views? 2.6 million views I've gotten. All right. Don't forget, if you want to email me, it's pennyhelpjes at gmail.com. All right. 5,200 videos. I guess that's a lot. So I guess I'm doing about 5,000 a year or something like that. Anyway, so can you imagine if all of a sudden my videos are dubbed into other people's languages? Well, first of all, there's only one. I don't know. It's not major. I never did it before. I just started doing it, and it'll save me time, believe it or not. So, unless they fix it one day. It's a nice 96. Look at the ear. The ear almost looks doubled. I don't think it is, though. I just think it's really has a really heavy line on the side. It looks doubled. Let me see. Why did I think it looked double before? All right, because I'm making things up, I guess. You can't add music. So some people are gonna love that. Some people don't like the music. Some people might like the music. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed hearing a little bit of music in the background, but no more music. unless they fix it where you can add music and have it dubbed. But right now, if you do the option, no close AM 1992, not a close AM. If you do the option to have the videos dubbed in other languages, then you cannot add music. It says your video is dubbed in other languages. Music cannot be installed in this video, something to that effect. So, well, that's going to save me about a half hour of time. Which when you don't feel like I do it even when I don't feel like doing it, I still do it. So that's pretty cool. It's going to save me a half hour of time. It's a nice copper penny. That's a nice looking penny. So I'm dying to find out if the edge felt really weird someplace. To get comments from people from other countries who say they like my videos and that they listen to my videos in different languages. I mean that's gonna be so cool, man. I'm really, really looking forward to that. We'll see. I wonder if it's gonna translate their comments or if you're gonna see it in their written language. And you have to click underneath it where it says translate to your language. All right, well, we found five copper pennies so far, and that is a lot less than I like to find, but still 10% copper. I guess I'll have to be satisfied with that. And it's funny that there's a lot of 2024s. This is most likely somebody's newer change, as opposed to the older penny wrappers where I kind of get the feeling like it's that they've had the change around for a longer time, and you see more copper. So it does fit in with my theory. $19.99D, no white AM. I don't know if the Denvers have white AMs or not. Another 20. We found a bunch of 2024s today. We're looking for the double ear, and we're looking for some doubling on the shield. So that's my YouTube update. There's another 2017. We found, I think, 3 of those. Yep. That's my YouTube update. The channel, another one. The channel's doing much, much better. If it stays on this track, I mean, this is what I was thinking when I first started the channel, and everything was going up, was that oh wow, if this keeps up, it went up to 180 in like a couple months. I was like, wow, I'm gonna be up to $600-700 by the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? But then it just started going down because of politics, and that wasn't cool. Anyway, things are looking up, and I'm happy about that. God bless. Click like and subscribe, and I'll see you. This is episode, I want to say 461. I'm not sure if I'm right or not. Let me just check. I felt like yesterday. Yesterday was 460. This is 461, and I'll see you in 462.